Parents of Reddit. What's the worst kids show you have to suffer through? F. Ryan's World. Thank God mine just outgrew it. Now it's Siren Head 24/7. Haha, mine too. I would take Siren Head. Huggy Wuggy. Mr. Hobbs. Bendy. Carton cat slash dog slash mousy CT. Any day over Ryan and his horrible family. Our oldest daughter loves Huggy Wuggy. She's scared of the dark, but sleeps with a stuffy that looks like methed up Elmo. It's wild. Well, to be fair, if I was going to trust anyone to protect me from the dark, it'd be methed up Elmo. Ryan's World on YouTube. It's just so stupid and boring, and the production value is so low. It also heavily focuses on materialism and buying more shit. Plus the parents are in every episode and they're boring too. It's just insufferable, but my son likes it. You mean our child got mildly famous from a video years ago, and now we take advantage of his lack of experience and monetize the hell out of him? That would be the one, lol. Ryan's Toy Review. Welcome to Ryan Gets Exploited by His Parents Some More. Yup, I'm pretty lax with screen time, but obsessive about blocking any of this garbage. It repulses me. Let kids be normal, for God's sake. My wife is trying to help our daughter learn some sign language and has found some YouTuber called Ms. Rachel. She just sings songs and sounds out words and does some hand signs, and it honestly seems to be working because she's starting signing and saying more. But I have heard this same video play so much that just the sound of this woman's voice makes me irrationally angry. I would rather sit through hours of watching Cocomelon or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse by myself than hear this video again. Even if it's just background noise. My husband hates Ms. Rachel. Specifically the Ike Sticky Bubblegum song. She popped up on his TikTok, and I thought he was going to throw his phone through the window. 90% of content aimed at kids on YouTube. So mind-numbing and lazy. Who is the imposter? Minecraft School free Robux giveaway 3 AM challenge. Did someone say free Robux? Send me whatever link you got, and I'll definitely click on it and download whatever I need. No questions asked. Yeah, I can prove I'm not a robot by typing in my dad's credit card number. No problem. He's not using it anyways. My kid. My parents kept their wallets up and away the same way they would keep medicine out of my hands as a kid, and that's probably a good thing. Considering the following 3 facts. 1. I was literate at a very early age. 2. I had technology access at a typical age for my generation, which is probably earlier than is healthy for children. 3. Despite being gifted, I was still a gullible little kid. It wasn't until I was about 11 that I realized I actually hadn't missed out on all those free iPads because my parents wouldn't give me their financial information. Toy unboxing videos on YouTube. They have essentially been banned in our house. They speak to children like they are goddamn imbeciles, and they always lead kids down a weird rabbit hole to the strangest videos on YouTube. Like, you start with some SpongeBob egg from Target and end up with a Lithuanian Dora fighting off Minecraft creepers, while Garfield munches lasagna in a tree and yells in a high-pitched voice. My son started with a dinosaur egg unboxing video the other day when I started cooking dinner, and 20 minutes later I came into him watching a video of 2 CGI dinosaurs battling, moaning hoi every time one got hit, in a Pokemon gym, in another language with blood splattering everywhere. I was like, what in the fuck, edit? I woke up to so many replies and even some fun messages telling me what a horrible mom I'm for letting the internet parent for me, and even as somebody should report you to CPS. You got to love the way Reddit jumps to conclusions, lol. I'm going to find the link today to the video for those who asked. I'm reading all these comments and I'm starting to get scared for all the kids TV shows I used to like. Kim Possible was dope. Yes. My kids have loved Kim Possible since I first showed it to them. Kim Possible is probably the crush of many children as well, lol. Mine would be Shego. Not really a show, but those YouTube videos of influencer kids are the worst. Like Nastar and Vlad and Nikki, I think they're named. I think these specific ones I mentioned are Russian, so there's no dialogue. Just weird gibberish chipmunk voices and sounds. Just awful. Let my kid watch maybe 3 videos before banning it in my house. Nothing to learn, except how to be wasteful. We block them and run. It's hard to escape run. because they have a million channels. But he has been drastically reduced. Then we deleted YouTube from the TV altogether. And then the Ryan movie came on Paramount Plus. Cannot escape. Edit. It's not a movie, but a series. Mystery played it. Still the worst. I also deleted YouTube and permanently banned our son from using YouTube on the iPad. Withdrawal was bad for a couple of days, but eventually he found stuff on Amazon Prime Video he liked. Thanks for the warning on the Paramount Plus movie. The only thing we've watched on there was Clifford and Paw Patrol so far. I'll be vigilant about banning Ryan. You really can't escape it. I've seen their crappy branded toys in Target and even the knockoff Subway Surfers iPad game. I banned Caillou. They literally did a study about this show. Encouraged bad behavior in children. He's literally a bad influence. A kid's show. Literally watching this show was when my eldest kid first started whining. Banned that so quick, but quotes above can still be heard in my head. That was nearly a decade ago. My youngest watches Blue Eye and now does little giggles when she's happy and wants to play games all day long. Best trade ever. We heard about Blue Eye at the pediatrician's office. We start the day on the weekend watching in bed with our daughter. My wife and I may look forward to it more than she does. That show kicks ass and is legitimately funny. I refuse to hear a word against the Healer family. I feel like all children's shows could be graded on a scale from Caillou to Blue Eye, with Blue Eye being god tier and Caillou being rock bottom. It's not my kid, but the kid of my old housemates. She would watch nothing but the direct-to-DVD Tinkerbell movies over and over again. I didn't mind at first, but after a while, I couldn't take it just being on constantly in the background and ended moving my PC out of the living room and into my own room so I could watch things and game in peace. For a while, my mom was dating a guy with 2 young kids from a previous marriage. The little boy was obsessed with Shrek. Shrek had to be playing 24/7. Or else the kid would wander around on the verge of tears going, "Where's Shek? Where's Shek?" Not gonna lie though, I still love that move. Not a parent, but my nieces and nephews watch reaction videos to reaction videos. So like a dude will be streaming a video game and making comments on his gameplay, sometimes reacting wildly to jump scares etc. Then someone makes a video reacting to the gamer's reaction and gameplay, mostly screaming things like "OMG, did you see how high he jumped and how loud he yelled?" Then my nieces and nephews comment to each other about how great the reactions are and react themselves. I think that someone should film me listening to my nieces and nephews' comments, i.e. me in mostly confused and annoyed state. We must go deeper until the original streamer's video game is just a little pixel. So, this bit from inside, https://youtube.b/fzvmb8 Mr. No Zero. Tough call. Either Special Agent Ozzo or Animal Mechanicals. Both were painful to watch. We did start telling the kids that Special Agent Ozzo was broken and wouldn't play on the streaming service anymore. Maybe that's a sign it was worse. Oh man. My one kid loved Ozzo. He would show up to help a kid, acted like a dumber, and then the kid would end up teaching him how to do it. If the kid knew, why the F do we need a stupid Special Agent Bear in the first place? The format was Ozzo, and the viewer was taught the process and then has to do the process with the kid. The screwing up gave the viewers the chance to recall the lesson and correct Ozzo. So from an educational and kid empowerment perspective it was good. But yeah, Ozzo himself was incompetent and could have gotten a kid killed. When my children were young it was Teletubbies. Lol, I loved Teletubbies, but now that I'm older I'm like, wow, that was some weird s. I recall watching the same tape of like 6 to 8 episodes over and over till the VCR player broke. That was well into me being 6 or so. I'm betting the VCR didn't actually break. Not a parent, but I feel this is how my mom would reply if she used Reddit when I was about 9 months. My mom used to put on the quiz show Countdown, as she liked to play along on occasion, which involves letters and numbers against a clock of 30 seconds. And because I liked the music of the clock and those who presented it at the time, I kept it on all day for the next 22 years. My mom estimates she has heard the countdown clock around 75,000 times solely because of the one day she put it on around baby me. Countdown is pretty boring. 8 out of 10 cats does Countdown is a ref, right? RIP. Scene lock. Carrot in a box. Will never be quite the same. I still can't believe they did it without him. RIP. Watching something enough times on repeat will always make it the worst. The current one is Spidey and his amazing friends. Is that the one where they're like little kids, heroes and villains? Because my 8-year-old niece was watching it, and I hated the show only after hearing half an episode. Lol. That's the one. Spidey, you got to calm down, Hulk. Hulk, you're right, Spidey, I won't get mad anymore. Me, that's your whole goddamn thing, Hulk, what do you mean? Have not heard of this prior to now, but now I want to see Deadpool appear on it. Caillou. That little jerk irritated me. My husband would get irrationality worked up about Maximum and Ruby living alone. Also, thanks to my kids, I've seen Mufasa die 167 times, and it keeps getting sadder every single time I see it. In college, the girls in the dorm next to me watched The Lion King one day, and of course I could hear everything. When the Mufasa death scene came on, they all cried. It was weirdly endearing. Any show my son had to watch. Booba was probably the worst though. Edit. Booba is the show I'm referring to. My son is 16 now, so it's been a while and I spelled it wrong. Also didn't know there was a different show called Booba. Booba. I'm a babysitter and Coco Melon is pretty unbearable. Oh god, I had blocked that one out of my memory. Caillou. That kid was beyond horrible. He can't grow hair. Not because he has cancer or progeria, but because he sucks. And even his own body recognizes that he does not deserve hair or food or love. https://www.smation.com/platform/amp/2006/3/5,549,908/Arian Foster Caillou is awful. Holy hell. That entire article is a quote festal mayo. I lost it at adult. Faces are frozen and expressionless. This is because it is in Canada, which is very cold, and also because the mundane horror of living with Caillou has killed anything human and their souls. Apostrophe. No human has ever given up and cried at every single thing ever attempted and then whined into his parents' sweater. Which parent? Either. Any. Whoever. It is a Canadian cartoon, so everyone wears a sweater all the time, even when nude. I think that's my fav. Booba. It's so freaking creepy. I think some people might be getting Booba and Booba confused. They are two different shows. Booba was some kind of Teletubbies knockoff. Booba is about a short yeti looking guy who doesn't really talk, but gets into a lot of physical humor situations. Teletubbies was made by the same person as Booba. 90% of these comments are Caillou. F Caillou for sure. Never got Caillou, but still F Caillou. Kakomaran. Mindless F junk. Caillou. Annoying disrespectful twit. The YouTube kids Diana and Roma. Spoiled and awful. My child acted the worst when she would watch that. We did end up banning it. My 2-year-old likes watching Kakomaran. My biggest beef with the show is all the songs sound the same. Same tempo, same key, similar themes, etc. It's the Nickelback of kids TV. Little Baby Bum has way better song variety. I mean, don't get me wrong. Both shows make me want to gouge my eyes out with a spoon. But LBB is slightly more tolerable. Rainbow Rangers. The intro theme slaps, but I hate it because every time I hear it, I'm about to watch an entitled douchebag F everything up for everyone, only to have the Rangers show up and work out some kind of compromise where they're allowed to mitigate some of the damage he did as long as it doesn't cut into his profits at all. It's bootlicking horseshit and it hits way too close to home. My 4-year-old loves the Rainbow Rangers. That and shows like Mini-Force just drive me up the freaking wall. I hate how terrible they tend to sound dubbed in English. I can't seem to find any mention of Word Party. God, I hate Word Party and their creepier character designs. For a second I read that as Word World and was about ready to defend it. Never seen Word Party, probably for the best, but after a cursory search, yeah, that doesn't look aesthetically good whatsoever. Motherfucking Caillou. I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. I'm Caillou. Each day that little brat whines some more. Wasn't the show finally cancelled recently? The only correct answer is Caillou. I'm not a parent, but a nanny, and I rather play in the scorching desert sun than have Caillou on. Was in 29 Palms. The mountains look very appealing as an escape from Caillou. Blue eye. I'm just kidding, I put my phone down and watch it with him. Love that family. I love that show. The other night my daughter had it on and Blue eye asked his dad to play a game, and he says sure, as long as it's one where I don't have to move any part of my body or say anything with my mouth. I laughed so damn hard because that's how I feel when I'm exhausted and the kids want to play. Bandit is so relatable. Blue eye was talking about some annoying thing she was doing over and over, to which Bandit replied, yeah, that was a fun 3 hours of me, and my wife burst into laughter. The dude bit. I started calling my daughter Jude, and it drives her nuts. The Goddamn F Boss Baby show. Or all the cheap French cartoons the networks in my country show. I hate Power Sisters, or whatever it's called, with every fiber of my being. The only French cartoon I know is Miraculous. Coco Melon. It's very odd how this zombifies my toddler. She will just stop what she's doing to watch it. I only break it out for emergencies, like I have an important call or a headache. It's because of the frame change time. I think the frame changes every 2, 5 or 3, 5 seconds. Something like that, and that has a hypnotic effect edit. Some shows we like are Super Simple Songs, Blue Our Little Einsteins, Mumi Zumi, Number Blocks, Alpha Blocks, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Sesame Street, Joy of Painting, Blues Clues, cooking videos with various recipes, Puffin Rock. To invert the question, when I was a kid the show my dad liked us watching the most was Johnny Test. The TV was set up on the way from his home office to the bathroom, and anytime we were watching that he'd get stuck on his way back from the bathroom until the episode ended. My mom appreciated Pokemon because the kids were always so polite to everyone, insidious Japanese, and in brainwashing our children to respect their elders. Sign me up. My mom constantly overheard Jackie Chan adventures, so she'd start parroting One More Thing and Jackie.